All right, my love. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but something's not working. Maybe I just need to get some sleep. Maybe I need to wake up and look everything over with fresh eyes, you know? I am tired. I'll revisit the incantation and see what it could be first thing in the morning. We'll try again tomorrow. I'm not giving up on you, I promise. I am not giving up on you. God, I hate having to put you in here. It's so small and cold. Was that you? Great. I'm so tired I'm hallucinating now. Oh my God. It worked. It finally worked. Hey, shh. It's okay. It's all right. Hey, stop. Stop struggling. Stop. You're gonna hurt your wrists, please. Please stop. Okay. It's okay. Let me just get what I need to get. I was afraid of this happening, but I knew it would, which is why I came prepared for you. I don't want to do this, but I can't have you ruining yourself. You're still too fragile and delicate for all this thrashing around you're doing. I'm gonna have to help you relax just a tiny bit. I know. I'm sorry. But you're gonna be fine. This doesn't do anything except calm you down for the moment, which is exactly what we need right now, right? Right. There we go. Wow. You've got such nice eyes. I never thought I'd actually get to see them looking back at me. You must be wondering who I am and why you're here and what's up with all of this, huh? Can you speak? Okay, don't try to force it, it's alright. Baby steps. From what I read, this is normal. It takes a while for some of your senses and full mobility to come back, but it does. And I'm gonna help you with all of that, so there's no need to worry, okay? Besides, it seems like you can see me and hear me just fine. Not to mention you had quite a bit of mobility there with your arms just a few seconds ago. I wouldn't give it too long for your voice box to kick back into gear. Now, I'm gonna ask you a couple of yes or no questions, and all I want you to do is nod your head for me in response, okay? Good. First things first, do you know your name? Yes. Good, that's really good. That's really, really good. And do you know who your family is, or any of your friends' names, or anything like that? No. And how about where you're from? No. Okay. It'll all come back to you with enough time, I'm sure. So you don't remember what happened to you then? No. Okay. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. We'll figure this out all in time. You're safe with me. I'm a bit of a caretaker of sorts, so you're in good hands. Speaking of me, I'm sure you're wondering who I am. Yeah, I'm Mercy. I know I don't look like a Mercy, but I do try to embody the name. Anyway, I think this is probably beyond confusing and disorienting for you, so it's probably best I tell you what this place is and why you're here and all of that. So I'll try my best to explain, okay? You deserve answers to the questions I'm sure you've got. You were in an accident. A car. It was a hit and run, and you were just left there to the point where you had really, really serious injuries. Some were just scratches and scrapes, but you had a lot of broken bones. Specifically to your torso and skull. Head. It was bad. And when you arrived at my place, that had all been taken care of as best as it could be taken care of, but you were brought to me in hopes that I could patch you up in my own way, and so I did. Or I tried my best to, at least. And for a while it worked. I cleaned you up, I bathed you, I combed your hair, dressed you. I tried to make you look presentable. The problem is you were here for a week and nobody came to claim you. Nobody knew who you were either. You had no items of identification on you. I don't know if you're from around here or from another country or what, but even your prints didn't come back in the system. Nothing of any kind was on record. So you were labeled a doe, and it felt so wrong. Everyone has an identity, right? A life. Just because it's not in a database doesn't mean it doesn't exist. People aren't just born without parents or family or experiences or a name, right? You know your name, so that's gotta count for something. And it does count for something because you matter. And you matter a lot to me. With all that being said, there's no easy way to say this, but you've been here for 13 days. Yes, 13. I see you trying to look around. If you're wondering if this place is a hospital or a facility to rehabilitate you or anything along those lines, it isn't. You know that by now, right? Do you know what it is? It's a morgue, and I'm a mortician. Oh, great. You're freaking out again. Damn it. I'm gonna have to give you just a little bit more of this. Can't have you breaking your wrist or anything else now, can I? I'm so sorry about this. You'll have to forgive me. There we go. That should help with your worries. As I was saying, I'm a mortician. I know it sounds scary, but it's not. I deal with these kind of things on a regular basis, so I am a caretaker of sorts. That wasn't a lie, but it was different with you. I had been in such a dark place before you were brought to me. Nothing brought me joy. Nothing brought me excitement. Life was so monotonous and habitual and boring, and everything was on autopilot, you know what I mean? But then you came along. You breathed life back into me. I don't know how. I don't know why, but you did. You were brought in, and I spent days just talking to you and tending to you and restoring you. Somewhere in that time and space, I knew something about you was special. I never talked to any of the others, only you. I guess that's why at some point I started thinking about what you might tell me about everything I was confiding in you about. I started wishing you could just talk back, you know? Tell me about your thoughts and your interests, your life. And then one day I had this wild thought to see if I could somehow return the favor you'd done for me and breathe life back into you, too. So I made it my mission to do just that. Just not in the typical way that I usually do with this job. I mean, here I just carry out my duties and try to do it honorably and efficiently. I preserve and I make a person presentable for viewing, but I wanted more for you. I wanted to know you. I needed to know you. I didn't just want you to be another person I dressed up and covered their face with makeup. Anyway, I've done this before. Resurrection with pets. Bringing them back and all that, you know. 2 out of the 3 times it was a fail, but I still had hope with you. And I'm glad I did. Granted, I never tried to resurrect a human before, but there's a first time for everything, right? After all, if anyone deserved a second chance at life, it was you. Given that it was an accident that took you to begin with, I felt justified in my mission. An accident is all the more reason for you to be brought back. I think sometimes the universe makes mistakes, and at least with you, I was able to correct it. 'Cause you're here now. You're here now. You're back. And nothing is going to take you from me. Not even death. Not even the thing I'm most familiar with will steal you away from me again. I promise. Your hand is freezing. Let me get you a blanket. Again, I am really sorry about all of this, by the way. I know this gurney isn't comfortable or even warm, but it's all we have down here. Tomorrow you'll be nice and comfortable with me upstairs, and I'll make a nice hot dinner. Maybe we can watch some movies or something. Whatever you want. We should do whatever you want. Okay, here you go. There. That'll help. I feel so bad about all of this. I mean, now that you've been successfully resurrected, it just doesn't feel right to see you laying on this cold piece of metal. It doesn't help that I had to drain your veins as part of the procedure, but they'll be back to normal in no time. Just like the rest of your senses and mobility, you'll end up getting everything back to how it was, and your body temperature is no exception. Here, can I just see if... Why did you flinch from me just now? Are you afraid of me? I'm the last person you should fear. I saved you. I saved you from being put in a box and left to rot in the ground. I saved you from an unmarked grave and a life cut short. I knew you deserved better than that. You should be thankful for me. Granted, I know you can't quite speak yet, but by your facial expression and flinching, I can tell that you're judging me. Why are you judging me? I have loved you in all your forms. I've loved you in death and brought you back so I could love you in life. I love you down to the bone. So much so that I don't care about the laws of nature or what price I'd have to pay someday for going against them. Don't you understand? To me, you are worth whatever consequences or damnation I'll have to face in this life or the after. How can you look at me like that? Am I really so wrong because I couldn't let death keep you from me? Because I didn't want to let it rob us of something special? Because I could barely sleep knowing you'd be whisked away into some dark, abysmal dimension? I cared about you enough to give you a place back in this world, with me. And it was not easy. You've been here for 13 days, and I felt helpless and hopeful for every single one of them. Some days I found myself doubting I'd even be able to bring you back. I was confiding in you and grieving you all at the same time. Do you have any idea what it's like to watch the person you love deteriorate without your help or skills? To see them wither away into... No, you don't. And you'll never have to. Because I'm not going to leave you. And you're not going to leave me. I'm going to help you get better. That's what I'm going to do. I'll be here to help you learn how to talk and walk and live again little by little. And together we'll find a new way to exist in this world. The only downside is we'll have to leave this place soon. I can't afford to stay here much longer. They'll come checking and find all the experiments, all the failed attempts, and it'll be over. I spent days practicing on some of the others just to make sure I got it right with you, and I don't think authorities will take that lightly. Don't look at me like that, all horrified. I had to, okay? I had to. How else was I going to make sure you made it back to me properly without any issues? My love, I couldn't take that risk. Look, I know none of this has been easy to hear, but you'll adapt. You'll get used to everything, including me. I think you'll find I'm actually really nice. New life means you have to adjust. You'll learn to trust me. You'll learn to like me. And at some point in life after death, you'll learn to love me too. Just like I've loved you.